Welcome to Advanced PubMed Searching Video 2. In this video, we are going to learn how to convert keyword terms into MESH terms, medical subject headings, that will allow us to search for information quickly and efficiently. Some of you may be familiar with PubMed and may have even used it before. You always want to remember, as we mentioned in the first video, that you want to make sure that you have the URL off the library webpage that has the embedded code that will show you what journals we own so you can access the articles efficiently. PubMed is a database within the National Center for Biotechnology Information Collection of Databases. Other databases cover genetics, toxicology, and other medical literature in order for people to complete medical research. A companion database, MESH, Medical Subject Heading Database, allows for more precise and efficient searching using PubMed. Always remember that when you're searching PubMed, you're not searching MESH, and when you're searching MESH, you're not searching PubMed. They are two separate databases. Let's go ahead and type in some keywords, and we're going to use the search that we started with in the first video, antibiotics and cholecystitis. So go ahead and type in the words antibiotics, and you don't have to capitalize and, I'm just doing it for the video, cholecystitis, and then hit the search key. You will notice that we come up with 1,068 articles. That's a lot of information to go through, and if I was a third year on my clerkships, I wouldn't want to have to go through that to find the clinical information needed for my clinical faculty. Consequently, we need to figure out a better way to find this information more efficiently. So we are going to have MESH come to the rescue. The NLM Medical Subject Headings Controlled Vocabulary of Biomedical Terms is used to describe the subject of each journal article in Medline or PubMed. MESH contains approximately 26,000 terms and is updated annually to reflect changes in medicine and medical terminology. MESH terms are arranged hierarchically by subject categories, with more specific terms arranged beneath broader terms. PubMed allows you to view this hierarchy and select terms for searching in the MESH database. Skilled subject analysts examine journal articles and assign to each the most specific MESH terms applicable, typically 10 to 12. Applying the MESH vocabulary ensures the articles are uniformly indexed by subject, even if the author's words are different. So now that we've done this and we know we have too much information, how do we get to the MESH database? To get to the MESH database, we're going to go back to the PubMed home page. So click on pubmed.gov up here in the left corner. You will come back to this main screen. Now go over under More Resources. Under More Resources, you'll see the MESH database. Go ahead and click MESH database. You will notice now that we have left the PubMed database and are now in the MESH database. So we're going to once again type in our keywords, but this time, because we are in the MESH database, we're only going to type in one word at a time. So I'm going to type in antibiotics first. So antibiotics comes up with a wide range of different terms. All of these could be relevant to your search. If you look down through them, if you wanted to use something very specific, you could, if you had that in mind. However, we're not sure what we want to use, so consequently, we're going to use the broadest term possible, antibacterial agents. Now I could check here and then automatically add it to the search builder by clicking this button. However, first I would like to go and click on this antibacterial agents to show you a few things. When you click on the main subject heading, you get the entry for this term. It'll tell you what the description is, it'll tell you when it was first introduced and when it was revised, and then it will give you all of subheadings. Do not use subheadings until you're very familiar with MESH. Subheadings eliminate a lot of information unless you know very specifically how to use them. Consequently, you could be eliminating the very thing that your attending is expecting you to find. So be careful about using them. If you want to use subheadings, please contact the librarian to help you. Also, avoid do not include MESH terms found below this term in the MESH hierarchy. The reason being, if you click this, you could be, once again, losing vital information. However, there may be times when you would like to restrict to major topic. When you do that, you are making sure that whatever subject this entry is the major topic of the article. This can sometimes be very useful when you're trying to search quickly. However, in this case, just avoid it for right now. We want to stick with the main topic area and be as broad as possible. So I'm going to come over here now to the Add to Search Builder and click Add to Search Builder. You'll notice that it types it in nice and neat right here in the PubMed Search Builder field. Now I'm going to go back up to the search box, and I'm going to type in cholecystitis. And then I'm going to click Search again. Now, once again, there's several different terms here that I could use that are far more specific, but once again, I want to stay broad. So this time, instead of clicking and actually going in and looking at cholecystitis, I'm just going to check off the box. Notice how it says selected one, and you'll notice over here that there is a Boolean box where you can combine terms by and, or not. So if you were investigating 3 different drugs, 3 different antibiotics, and you wanted specifically to search them, you could OR them together and then combine it with whatever other term you might want. In this case, all we want to do is use AND. So I'm going to leave it at and hit Add to Search Builder. Once again, it's typed in nice and neat. At this point, I'm done with finding the terms in MESH. So I want to leave the MESH database, remember we're in MESH, and go into PubMed. So I'm going to hit this neat, nifty key, Search PubMed. As you can see, we've cut our search down by over half, but this is still a lot of information to go through. So I'm going to use a few more tricks in video 3. This is the end of video 2.